Hi, this is Carrie from Cookbook Divas. You can find us on YouTube, Facebook, Pinterest. Nope, not Pinterest yet. And Instagram. Wanted to show you an old cookbook that I picked up this weekend. I was minding my own business antique shopping with my boyfriend. Didn't think I was going to find anything. Was trying not to spend so much money or acquire any more cookbooks. Oops, shouldn't have walked into this old book section of the antique store. I found this charming 52 Sunday Dinners by Elizabeth O. Hiller. It's from 1915. I actually paid way too much money for it. It was over $30. I probably, if I waited and looked for it, I could find it on eBay and Etsy for 10 or 15, but whatever. I saw it at the time and it was charming. Loved the color on the cover. Beautiful. I'm going to display it facing out on my cookbook stand for a little bit. It's in pretty good condition. And we're going to do a cookbook look through on it, but the good news is some wonderful person at the Internet Archive has digitized it. They've scanned it, and I'll include the link when I post this video on Instagram and on Facebook and on YouTube so that you can look through it online too. Now, I am someone who likes to cook Sunday dinners occasionally or often, usually in the summer because I have tiny dining rooms, so I can only host 6 people. In the winter and fall and spring, but in the summer I can have 20 people over. So I do cook a lot of Sunday dinners, but it's not like we just got home from church and made dinner. No. So let's take a look. There's not going to be a lot of color pictures because it's 1915. But they all start off with a menu, and I like that because you can plan ahead. The menu, let's just do the first one just for fun. Oysters on the half shell, ooh la la. Mangoes, which I wouldn't think they would have a lot of access to back in 1915. Salted nuts, olives. Oh, I usually put out nuts and olives for an appetizer. Consommé duchesse, imperial sticks, whatever that is. Crab meat in timbale cases. Did I say that right? Green goose roasted, potato and nut stuffing. The potato and nut stuffing sounds good. Chantilly applesauce, that's definitely an old recipe. Wow, classic. Onions au gratin, not too hard to make. Endive celery and green pepper salad. Vanilla ice cream with chocolate sauce. Coconut cakes, chocolate nut cake. Fruit, raisins, nuts, Roquefort cheese, and cafe noir. That is a huge menu. What is going on? That's not just having some people over for dinner after church. That's very fancy. Okay, imperial sticks, I was wondering what those are. Cut stale bread in 1/3 inch slices, remove the crusts, spread thinly with butter, cut slices in 1/3 inch strips, put on a tin sheet, and bake until a delicate brown in a hot oven. Pile log cabin fashion on a plate covered with a doily. How many doilies do you have sitting around the house? I have 0. And serve 2 sticks on a plate by the side of cup in which soup is served. Oh, okay. So I'm going to peek through. I know there were some illustrations in here eventually at some point when I first looked through it. Oh, it's seasonal. I love this. February. So each month has its own little chapter with food that makes sense for that season. Love it, love it, love it. Shall we skip ahead to December? I think we should, if I can find it quickly. November, I'm getting there. I can only imagine what they're talking about for Thanksgiving. These menus are huge. Like, I don't need that much variety at the table, but I guess back then you really had to show off or not bother. Ooh, a recipe for French dressing. A chocolate layer cake. Okay, plain ginger cake. This must be the December chapter, right? Because, whoops, I somehow missed. I wonder if I'm missing a page. Anyway, love that it's seasonal. Super adorable. Look for the link at archive.org and you can go through it. I'm not going to read it cover to cover, but I'm fascinated by all the old recipes. 1915 is Edwardian era. Pre-World War I, back when everyone was still happy and had food to put on the table. Hope you enjoyed this cookbook look through. Sorry there weren't a lot of pictures, but back then ink was super expensive.